Chapter 4, Mishnah 8. The discussion in the following Mishnah does not relate to the laws of Hechsher, but to the laws of Tamei liquids. It is included here because it deals with a case similar to those of the previous two Mishnahs. To understand the Mishnah, it is necessary to know these rules. A. According to biblical law, a utensil can become Tamei only from an avatuma, and not from a rishon l'tuma. Sages, however, decreed that any Tamei liquid, even if it is not an avatuma, can make a utensil Tamei. B. Tamei water can be made tahor through the following process, which is called hashaka, bringing into contact, literally kissing. It is put into a vessel, which is then lowered into a mikveh until the water in the vessel touches the water in the mikveh ever so slightly. Through touching the mikveh water, it is transformed into part of the mikveh and thus becomes tahor. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. If an earthenware pot full of water was placed into a mikveh, and a person who is in avatuma stretched out his hand and stuck it into the pot becomes Tamei from the person's hand. But if the person is Tamei through contact with the source of Tuma, i.e. he is just a Rishon L'Tuma, the pot is Tahor because the person is merely a Rishon L'Tuma. And the rule is that a Rishon L'Tuma cannot make a utensil Tamei. However, although the pot cannot become Tamei from the person, it should have become Tamei from the water that it contains, as follows. When the Tamei person stuck his hand into the pot, he should have made the water in the pot Tamei. And that water should then have made the pot itself Tamei. This did not happen, however, due to the process of hashaka. Since the water in the pot was connected to the water of the mikveh, the process of hashaka prevented the water in the pot from becoming Tamei. And since the water in the pot never became Tamei, it never made the pot Tamei. However, the proceeding is true only if the pot contained water. But if the pot contained any of the other liquids that are subject to Tuma, and a Tamei person, an avatuma or Rishon L'Tuma, stuck his hand into the pot, the liquid in the pot becomes Tamei, and it makes the pot Tamei, because the water of a mikveh cannot purify other liquids. That is, the process of hashaka is effective only for water, not the other liquids. Since there is no hashaka for the other liquids, when the person stuck his hand into the pot, he made the liquid in the pot Tamei, and that liquid then transmitted Tuma to the pot itself.